our breathing body and we would like to purify the physical body. These are the two concepts. Purification of the physical body and through the Nadi Shuddhi, opening the channels, we want to increase the extent of the breathing body or pranic body. So we'll just try to find out or become aware of the extent of this lateral breathing movements on both sides of the trunk. To how much is the movement in terms of, say, centimeters? Is it 1 centimeter or 2 centimeter? And what is the knowledge about the physical body from this area, from the trunk, in the sitting area, both the thighs, shoulders, neck. So this is our initial recording or observation. And on the background of this knowledge, we just allow our body or trunk to move or vertebral column to move in like a metronome from one side to another. And after initiating this movement, we allow this movement to become automatic so we can observe the movement. So we remain in the attitude of an observer or a witness. And instead of witnessing or observing a football match or a motor race, we start observing our own body movements and the movement of breath and body and the breathing movements. So you will find that because of this body movement, the body starts exhibiting some stretching and opening on one side, and the other side starts getting compressed. It is not contracted, but it just gets compressed. And then you will find that it is from the compressed side of the body, we feel the breath wants to be squeezed out. So we may feel an internal thing, we allow the breath to come out, and you will find the body goes on compressing and squeeze. The breath starts getting thrown out. We allow this thing to come out freely. We don't restrict this free movement of the breath. So we are getting guided by different parameters, stretching of the body, opening of some body area, compression of the body, and the breath being squeezed out from inside the trunk. Then as we continue to work with this movement, we take our arm also over the head. So this movement of the arm over the head will make us aware of the stretching of the side of the trunk, chest, armpit, upper arm. So we start becoming aware of this stretching on right from the knee joint up to the elbow joint, side of the neck, face, head. And also we keep on falling from where the breath is trying to come out and where the breath is getting sucked in. And then we allow the body movement to get stabilized. Again, we try to become aware of the body and the breathing movements and compare it with our initial observation. Is there any difference? Do you think this practice has worked in some way on our body awareness and the awareness of the breathing movements? Or it was just the waste of time and energy? Nothing happened. So has the practice worked where, or it has not worked, it was just a mechanical movement? What is your conclusion or observation?
It starts mechanical, then it started to be very clear how it connects with the breathing, but I had to slow down. I couldn't, continue the mechanical going from side to side. I had to wait, listen to the breath, listen to the need to take the breath out. I had to make it slower.
So I didn't say that you make the movement speed. I said let the movement be automatic.
Not automatic or automatic?
Automatic. Because then we will not make it voluntarily. We are trying to differentiate between a voluntary movement and involuntary movement. In medical language, a cortical movement and a postural movement. They are based on two different guiding principles.
Yeah, we breathe non-voluntarily. We breathe automatically.
Yes, in the same way, we can allow the body also to move automatically. And we just observe the body movement. So if you are going to be the observer, you then ask what you are observing. If the car is moving too fast, you will not observe anything. If you want to observe, then you wish the car should move slow motion. Because otherwise your brain doesn't get stimulated. In order to ensure that your brain is getting stimulated, then you have to allow some of these internal channels to open and function. So that again becomes another kind of pranayama. So again,
but slow.
If it is slow, then only you start getting the knowledge. Where is the stretching? How the stretching is moving? From where the breath is coming out? How the breath is coming out? How the breath is getting sucked in? Which is the pathway along which the breath is getting sucked in? Which is the destination? Well, if you do this way, then the breath is coming out from the left side of the trunk. When you are sucking in, it may first get sucked in there, then in other side, and then from there it starts coming out. So you start getting more and more knowledge about what is happening inside your trunk. If you don't get this knowledge, then you are only into actions or movements. So the Upanishads clearly say that your action must be followed by getting knowledge. And that knowledge then should be utilized to develop a kind of commitment or devotion. Upasana and Bhakti. Upasana and Bhakti. Gita talks of Bhakti. Upanishads talk of Upasana.
How Bhakti?
So, we start twisting movement of the vertebral column. So we just twist from one side to another side. So again this will give rise to some stretching and opening in certain areas of the body. Certain areas of the body will start getting compressed. But we want to know which areas are opening up. And then from where the breath is being squeezed out and sucked in. And as you continue to do this twisting movement on both the sides, how this movement starts working on the body and on breathing. So do you think the first attempt and the 10th attempt, there is some difference, qualitative difference? So can we say the practice has started to work? And where it is working? In which way? Can you call it is a body building practice? Can you call it is a fitness training program? What label you would like to give? So therefore you will find that many yoga practices, they cannot be called as body building practices or body building exercises. They are not fitness training programs. And to find the answer, then we have to, if you go to the Patanjali Yoga Sutras, then they say that many of these yoga practices, they help you to reduce the impurities, ashuddhi kshay. This is a highly technical term, ashuddhi, impurity. And then you will start asking yourself a question. What is the nature of these impurities? You are just working with the body. So what makes this body impure? It is not toxicity. It is, the concept is that of impurity.
The poison in the mind.
Huh? So
maybe impressions, maybe previous impressions that we clear of the
So now comes that how do we experience ourselves? Or how we start becoming aware of ourselves that I am there. So according to yogic texts, there are 5 ways of becoming aware of ourselves. The physical body,
Slowly.
the physical body, the vital functions,
what was the second one?
vital functions, pranic
Vital
body,
function.
pranic body, the memories and emotions which are related with mind, the thoughts and decisions which are related with intellect, and the quality of our existence and survival which is related with the consciousness.
The fifth one, I didn't understand.
The quality of our existence and survival. How we are existing. Quality of existence, which is related with the state of consciousness or consciousness. So these are called as the 5 sheaths or 5 different bodies. And at every level there can be a kind of disturbance, disturbing message. And that disturbing message is called impurity. Like we try to work with the physical body and we start experiencing tensions, pain, heaviness, tremors. So these become then the impurity at the level of the physical body, but it is experienced by you. So you are experiencing yourself as a physical body which is disturbed in certain areas, and you can also say what is the nature of that disturbance. Is it tension? Is it pain? Is it heaviness? Is it tremor? Is it twitching? Is it rigidity?
You're talking about the Annamaya Kosha?
These are Annamaya Kosha, yes. But then again, everyone may not know Sanskrit, therefore I am just asking physical body. Because this physical body, which is contributed by the food we eat, food comes from the earth, and at the time of death, this physical body remains in the earth. So that it then becomes the concept of Annamaya Kosh, food coming from the earth, contributing for the development of this physical structure, and after death going back to that earth. But the vital body is different. So we will stop here today. Then we continue tomorrow.
Repeat the 5, the physical body,
The vital functional body,
which is prana body,
which pranic body, yes.
okay, and then the memories,
Then the Manomaya Kosh, the memories, emotions and feelings.
And they are connected to
With the Manomaya Kosh, mind.
Physics, prana,